everybody, this is Wendy Pinnell, realtor and broker with On Track Realty. Guys, buyers, this one is for you. Let's talk about earnest money. What is it? Where does it go? How much is it? Can I get it back? Can I lose it? Guys, let's dig into that. First of all, what is it? Well, we're going to assume here that you're looking to buy a house, right? Because otherwise, who cares? Earnest money is something you offer to the seller. You find the house that you want, you make an offer, and part of that offer is earnest money. Okay, guys? So you're going to say to the seller, listen, I earnestly want your house. I earnestly do, and so here's my earnest money to show you that I'm really serious about it. All right, where does it go? Guys, the earnest money goes to the title company, okay? Title company, they don't represent the seller. They don't represent the buyer. Guys, they're neutral. They're a neutral third party. They're kind of like a piggy bank that no one can get to. And they're just basically saying, listen, we'll hold on to this for you until it's time to let it go. Okay, guys, how much is it? Well, just like everything else in real estate, it's negotiable. I have seen it as low as $250. I've seen it as high as $50,000. That buyer was serious. So guys, that's a negotiating strategy. When you go in with an offer, if you think there are a lot of people putting in offers on this house, like it's really amazing, if you increase your earnest money, the seller realizes you're more serious. Like, listen, I earnestly want this house. See how much earnest money I'm putting up? Does that make sense? All right, guys, can you lose it? Can you get it back? Yes and yes. All right, guys, you have in your contract something called contingencies. During those contingencies, you get your earnest money back. For example, the option period. That's a time that you can decide whether or not you want the house. Okay, if you say, I don't want it, the earnest money is released to you. Another one is the financing contingency. Guys, during that time, if your financing falls through, okay, you should get your earnest money back, okay? It's released back to you. Now, how about this? If you wait until a day before closing and you find a fabulous house somewhere else and you just change your mind, no reason whatsoever, your financing is in place, everything's good, but you just changed your mind, guys, the earnest money really belongs to the seller at that point, okay? And that's why you told them from the beginning, I earnestly want your house, okay? So if you're telling him I earnestly do, and then you say, well, I changed your mind, the seller's gonna say, well, I'm sorry you changed your mind, but that money should be mine, okay? Now, there is another way you can get your earnest money back. It's credited to you at closing, okay, guys? So when you put this money down, earnest money, and you're saying, I earnestly want this house, the seller doesn't just get to keep it, it goes towards your expenses at closing. Sometimes if you have 100% financing and you have the seller helping with your closing costs, you can actually get a check back at closing for that earnest money, and you can get it all back. It happens, guys. If you don't have a lot of money extra, you really can get all of that back again. So guys, there you go. Everything you ever wanted to know about earnest money. You need to be able to have it before you put an offer in. It's negotiable, so it just depends on how much you want to offer. Really, those sellers are going, if you were to offer like $1, a seller's like, you are not earnestly serious. All right, guys, well, that's it, and I will talk to you later.